Hello, friends. What a great feeling I'm having today holding my book in my hand, which was released just 10 days back. And it has already hit bestseller in India and running past more than 7 days, you bestseller in USA as well. The book is, the title says The Truth About Self, and the tagline is The World is an Illusion, God is the Truth, and you are that. The book revolves around that only. Says reality is merely an illusion. In the word of Albert Einstein, I am saying the reality is merely an illusion, although a very persistent one. But what is an illusion? Illusion doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Illusion means it is an appearance. It is not exactly how it is. It appears to us in certain ways, and that can be something different than the reality and then different than the truth also. Everybody to some extent knows that we don't see all of the reality. But what I say that we see none of it. A large part of this book is dedicated to this particular aspect only. That all, I mean, all the perceptions at the level of senses, you call it matter, touch, solidity, mass, motion, vision, hearing, smell, time, dash, space and distance, pains and pleasure. They all are illusion. And this is not a myth. This is not just I am saying it. This is what the scientists are saying. So each and every chapter on each and every perception, taking the reference from the research of scientific fraternity, I have tried to establish that what all we perceive at the level of senses, they are not real. And we need to know it. Our current understanding of reality, the solid and comforting sticks and stone pictures of the world we all learned about in high school science class, is all wrong. In the word of physicist David Bohm, the question may come: is it possible to know what is the actual reality? And finally, what is the ultimate truth? Then the answer is yes. Saints and seers, churches and mosques, prophet and religion professional, Bible, Quran, all scripture, they all talk about truth, follow the path of truth. But the question remains, what is the truth? We need to know it. This is the most important question of all the time. We should be asking that question all the time in every situation in our life. What is the truth? But before reaching to truth, we need to fully understand that what we see, what we perceive, it is not truth, is not real, is an illusion. An ultimate subject of truth about self is subject of research, reasoning and reflection, discussion and decision, and finally testing and experiencing it within. Albert Einstein further says, where the Western science ends, Vedantic and Indian philosophies begin. Was it possible, he wondered, that what the mystics had been saying for centuries was true? Reality was Maya, an illusion. As per ancient Vedanta scripture test, the ultimate truth is self, call it consciousness, and truth is within. You don't have to hunt out for this thing. Will understand. You will understand this thing from this book. We have different kind of suffering, called physical suffering, mental suffering, but we ignore the spiritual suffering, which is spiritual ignorance, who we are, who is God, what is that truth. This is our spiritual ignorance, and this is the greatest suffering. We need to know for our own. This thing is about self, and this is a disability. We need to remove it. Now, there are two ways to spirituality: either you believe it or to know it. And until you know, you have to believe. Otherwise, how you will know it? You know, the Nobel Award for Physics in 2022 has gone to three scientists. For what? For this research only, through quantum entanglement, they have proved, they are saying that the reality is an illusion. How beautiful. The new discoveries are turning scientists into philosophers, as if God has shifted his position from extraterrestrial heaven to the inner realm of human psyche. The ultimate truth, our knowing which nothing remains to be known, we need to know, is not one by one. Ultimate truth is only one. We need to know it. This book gives number of mind-blowing concepts and theories, some of which not yet researched also. And I say finally, since this is all about us, for a happy, meaningful, blissful, spiritually liberating life, we need to know. We need give it a try. One may wonder that what this quantum mechanics, entanglement, physics, and all this thing has to do with us. We forget that our physical entity, what we perceive to be, they are made up of those small particle called atom, which again constitute subatomic particle. And this is where science enters into the realm of spirituality. The behavior at that subatomic level is entirely different, mind blowing. And finally, since we are made up of subatomic particle, finally, we all, everything, every creation is made up of subatomic particle. We need to know, and we can't understand how large things work without knowing ins and outs of small stuff also. Microscopically, as I said, all sort of strange things are going on within us that are not perceptible to the human eyes. So, our non-physical properties are what govern the universe. Like, even if we don't talk, even if we don't look at each other, you affect me and I affect you. Your electron and my electrons are only approximately distinguishable. Finally, our physical material reality is not really physical at all. At all. Knowing the truth can help us change our conduct of life. You need to give this book an honest try. It can be transforming. Give it a try. God help you. Thank you very much.